Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you through my Floowandereeze deck profile. Now this deck is pretty solid. I've been testing it out on Omega, ranked Omega, for the past couple weeks, and I have to say that the deck is doing pretty good against the meta relevant decks. Where this deck shine is that people don't really normally side for the deck unless a lot of people are using the deck, and a lot of people aren't using the deck, which is why the deck is doing so good. Because the Floowandereeze have a specific playstyle, if you catch them off guard with this playstyle, you're pretty much set and you'll win almost every time. So I'm going to be going through my deck profile and show you guys the build that I use to rank high in Omega. So let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the Floowandereeze cards. So for the Floowandereeze cards, I use 2 M-Pen, 1 Stree, 1 Toucan, 3 Rabina, 3 Iglin, and I think that's it for the monster lineups for the Floowandereeze cards. I don't play Snull. Snull is a good card, but I don't really play it. I play 3 of the Field Spell, 1 of the Dreaming Town, 1 Unexplored Wind, and 2 Advents of Adventure. The reason why I use 2 is because this deck is pretty much my main deck in real life, and I only have 2 Advent. So I normally just test out my main deck on, this side. So if you have 3 Advent, you can, but I only have 2 in real life, so I only use 2. So that's it for the Floowandereeze cards. Now we're gonna go into the best card, one of the best cards in the deck, which is Dimension Shifter. So Shifter is a very powerful card. If you guys don't know, this card pretty much stops a lot of deck, and having it in the deck because it doesn't affect the deck is something that you should definitely do. Now we're gonna go into the consistency cards. So we're gonna go Pots of Extravagance. We're going to be using 2 pot of Extravs. I don't use 3, and 3 pots of Duality. The deck is pretty consistent without the 1 extra Extrav, so I don't have any problem using, this ratio. I play 1 Terraforming to search out the field spell. With the Terraforming, the 2 Advents, and the field spell itself, I have 6 ways to get into the field spell. And if you guys don't know, the field spell is a very good card to have. It allows you to play through hand traps and go into your combos even if you get hand trapped. So it's a good card to have and always draw. One of the better cards that for the deck, I don't know if you guys know, is Gold Sarcophagus. If I get any one of my small birds and this card, it's full combo, because all I need to do is pitch the other one that I need, a normal summon, and I get my effects and I go into my full combo. So this card is a very good MVP for the deck because it allows you to, again, go full combo. One of the stronger trap cards that I like using going first is Harpy's Featherstorm. I'm sure that you guys know Harpy's Featherstorm. It's a very powerful card. It allows you to negate your monster. Once you have a winged wing beast, like for example, Eaglin, Toucan, or M-Pen on the field, you can activate this card to effectively stop your opponents from using any monster effect for that turn. I play 1 in the main and 1 in the side, because if I know I'm going second, I add the other one, but because I don't know in the first duel if I'm going first or second, I don't want to have a lot of going first cards. Next, I play the Smirk package. I play 2 other birds and 1 of the field spell. I think that's a good ratio. Even if I draw the 2 birds, I can still use them 1-1. But if I draw 1 and 1 is in the deck, I get some extra, pluses by adding the field spell to my hand. So I use 2 of them and 1 of the field spell. I play 1 Call by the Grave, because we want to get around those Ashes or Effect Veiler or other hand traps that affect us or stop us, like Lancia and those things. I play 2 Crossout. Crossout is a very good card. It's like Called by the Grave, but you have to have a card to banish. So the hand traps that I play to work with Crossout is I play 1 Imperm, 1 Ash, 1 Droll, 1 Droll in my main and 1 in my side, because a lot of decks fear Droll. I play 1 Ghost Ogre because again the field spell is very important and Ghost Ogre destroys the field spell. So I try to have a hold to the Ghost Ogre. I play 3 evenly, 1 in the main for going first or blind first and 2 in the side. So if I know I'm definitely going second. And I almost forgot the 2 MVP Wing Beast monsters, which is Apex, the Omni Negate, and Ryza. And pretty much that's it for the main deck. So I have a 41 card main deck. I try to make it 40, but sometimes I need some extra cards and I have to use 41. So this is the main deck. Now I'm going to go to the extra deck. The extra deck is not anything important. We don't really need any specific cards. Because these cards work when they're in the graveyard, I use them because maybe if I'm playing against something like Dogmatica Maximus, where I have to pitch a card, I get pluses because this allows me to draw, this allows me to destroy one card, banish and destroy. So these are something that you could use, but they don't really come up because the extra deck doesn't really matter for Floowandereeze. So for my side deck, I have 4 cards already. Let me show you guys what else I'm working with. So I have Raw Disciple, or I mean Sphere Mode. I have Dark Ruler no more, because again, if I'm going second, I want to be able to, go into my plays. So I have to, play cards like Dark Ruler no more. So I have 3 Dark Rulers. I have Cosmic Cyclone, because my deck really fears certain Cosmic Cyclone. Fear stuff like Skill Drain for the Dark Worlds or Peekaboo, Tikaboo. There can only be one. Those cards that limit my, floodgate cards. I really need ways to get through them, so I play 2 of that, and Harpy's Featherstorm or Duster, and then I play Dimensional Barrier, 2-dimensional barrier. Again, that is a very broken card, because if you know what your opponent is playing and you activate Dimension, they can't go into anything in their extra deck. And I play Anti Spell Fragrance, 2 of them. So pretty much this is my deck, guys. This is my absolute best Floowandereeze deck profile that I've ever done. This deck gives me so many wins. I have to say, it's very strong. So I'll play as. So the thing that really messes up the Floowandereeze is Antraps, and Hash is the main Antrap and Imperm. So if you have ways to play around those cards, then you can actually go into your plays and actually win duels. So for this deck, I have so many ways of playing around Ash, and also ways of playing around Imperm or Effect Veiler. Droll is another thing. The only way I can play around Droll is if I have Crossout, but I can still do my thing without Crossout. So the deck is strong, guys. The deck is absolutely strong, but you have to know when to use what and how to use it. You have to practice with the deck, and you will be able to get good with the deck. Because I've been crushing it in my locals, in my area, my region. I'm pretty much the top bird in the place. So if you guys like the deck profile and you guys want to see more content from my channel, if you guys want to see some duels with the deck, I can make some duel videos. So let me know in the comment section. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully this video was helpful or entertaining. If it was, please leave a like on the video and consider to subscribe to the channel for future content.